I will try to establish connectivity with our correspondent, Adele, who is there for us. But then right here in the studio, I've got a political analyst, Dr. Abiola Akiode. Thank you so much for joining us on the Midday News.
It's a pleasure.
All eyes are in Abuja. They're on PDP presidential primary and trying to see what outcome is going to look like. But then, what do you make of it, so far?
Well, I think that the development has been quite interesting. The fact that they have gotten air today is also quite commendable, despite the fact that the schedule has been very tight for most political parties, that they were able to work themselves through to make sure that they still meet up with today's deadline that they set for themselves for the primaries. It's commendable, especially looking at what happened yesterday with the decision by INEC to extend, the primaries for another 6 days. Well, let's see how it goes. About 17 aspirants started the race, and currently they have just about 14 of them remaining, hoping that maybe some of them would also not drop, So it looks like this is a time for a lot of negotiation. So we are expecting to also air probably some aligning with other aspirants and all of that. But, they are here. So let's see and wait and see what is happening.
Just like you said, because a lot of people are already wondering, because we felt when PDP concludes its own presidential primary today, that the APC will start tomorrow, but then definitely they've actually postponed the date, consequent upon INEC's approval. So do you think that will probably have effect on the PDP presidential primary today?
Well, I think that because I was still at a meeting also during the week where INEC was also showing that nothing like that will happen. So I think it came really as a big shock to PDP. Apparently not all of them, most of the parties are not ready for anything. So I'm sure a PDP would also have gladly taken 1 or 2 days, advantage, to re-strategize and probably get some consensus among their candidates. So I think it doesn't really appear very fair, especially to those who had invested funds, who are willing to, start their primaries today, to just air, very early in the morning or late in the midnight that the goalpost has been shifted. I don't think that it's equitable, but they also have an option, whether to even postpone even now, but it doesn't seem to me that they are going to take that option. But that could also be one of the reasons why this is, taking some time, to start off. But it looks like PDP will probably go ahead with the primaries today.
All right, hang on a little. I still have in the studio with me political analyst, Dr. Abiola Akiode. Thank you so much. You saw what the senator said. In the chair's statement, she said this. The processes today will be a make or mar for the party. Could you help us try to make more sense of why she might have said that, looking at the 2 people who had withdrawn from the race in the first place?
Well, let me first congratulate her for also emerging as a senatorial candidate for the party. I think she's been there for a very long time, and she's one of the very ranking senators in Nigeria. Well, I think that this is 8 years of APC, so if they don't make the best decision today, it might also give probably another 8 years, for the APC. And of course, looking at what has happened in the past few days, with Peter Obi leaving and Ayatu also leaving, also giving the same excuse of corruption and all of that. So meaning that they have to be very careful with the kind of decision that they're making, because in a way, those reasons why Peter Obi and Ayatu living has also brought a lot of issues about the political system, not only about the PDP, but also people who are within the party saying this is, a major challenge, and if you look at, I think for this time, they have brought their best, so if they don't get it right this time, it might really affect them. So it might give them another 8 or 16 years. And knowing fully also that, among all the political parties, PDP has been one of the most consistent party, still remaining as PDP and also claiming to be one of the biggest, party in Africa. So meaning that today might also lead to either, that contesting whether, they will remain as the biggest political party in Africa. And also looking back in 2019 election. They didn't also do badly. The current president won with just about 2 million, more. So meaning that they have very, good option of also winning if they get it right and get the right.
Well, that remains to be seen when the general election actually happened. But she also touched on the issue of zoning, that being, an ongoing debate, why the party didn't zone. But she said that the party didn't make that decision early enough, so it can be now. So they decided to leave it open. But this is a party that actually started the zoning, the concept of zoning in this country, looking at our ethnic diversities and all that. So do you feel that might also be a part of the game plan?
Well, it might be, but if you look at those who are there now, so they are from the south, they are also from the north, and if you look at the number of delegates also, so people are also a bit skeptical, but it's obvious that there will be a lot of spilled votes here and there, so there is a speculation that there are more northern votes as opposed to southern votes, but there are also more people from the northern hemisphere and all of that. So I think that it's going to be an interesting contest today, and that will probably define, a lot of things about the political
She just
party.
hung a kind of iron necklace on the neck of the former president, saying that she believes that he's a man of integrity. He's a man that has, very positive reputation. He won't. She's not sure whether he's still in the PDP, but recent events shows that he's, having some sort of frolicking with the APC, that he will not contest. What came to your mind when she said that?
Well, we have 7 days to determine that. So, coming from civil society, I will probably not trust any one of them. Anything can happen. Politics is politics. So, within now and 7 days, also looking back at a day or 2 days ago, the court had allowed him to go ahead and contest. So, if they think that is going to give them the vote, so why, if they speak to him, I can't see Jonathan saying no. So, I quite disagree with that. So, let's see what happens in the coming days, but I am sure that there's going to, I won't be surprised.
It's really going to be very interesting, absolutely.
Yes, I won't be surprised that if Jonathan will not, if he will not run for I am sure probably he will run.
What do you see to, the delegate, before I let you go, how do you react to the issue of, party delegates being bought over by the highest bidder? They are the most beautiful brides that we have now in the country, making a huge, so to speak, amount of money out of, cashing out of these processes.
Well, there is a lot of corruption in the political process, and so one would expect that, especially because, so I'm sure a lot of the delegates will become billionaires or millionaires after this election. So everyone is talking to them, trying to get their votes, and they have just only 810 votes, and people want to get the best of it. So, well, let's wait and see.
Thank you very kindly. Really appreciate political analyst Dr. Abiola Akiode. Thank you so much for your insights.
It's a pleasure.